This is where our problems arise. They depend on television shows to set their standards for what is normal. Television presents skinny, sexual females as role models for teen girls. Female models and actresses on television are 23% thinner than the average woman and thinner than 95% of the female population, Norman Herr reports. These reality TV shows and super skinny actresses are giving girls negative role models. Thin women are disproportionately represented on TV. The heavier a female character, the more negative comments were made about her. TV is also giving teen girls a false perception of what typical teenagers do nowadays. TV's obsession with sex is giving our teens the wrong idea about what kids their age should be doing. The number of sex scenes on TV has nearly doubled since 1998, according to Boys, with 70% of top 20 most watched shows by teens including sexual content. When girls see their favorite characters having sex, they assume that this is representational of our society and that they should be engaging in sexual activities as well. 15% of scenes with sexual intercourse depict characters that have just met having sex. This gives our girls the notion that this is acceptable behavior. Of the shows with sexual content, an average of 5 scenes per hour involve sex. What message is this sending our females? Not the right one. When their stick-thin TV idols are dancing around in skimpy outfits, hooking up with boys, they assume that doing the same thing will lead to a glamorous lifestyle. However, this is not the case. Watching sex on TV increases the chance that a teen will have sex, and may cause teens to start having sex at younger ages. Our teen girls are surrounded by actresses portraying sex as fantastic and romantic, and they want that for themselves. But the false advertising of sex on TV only produces teenage mothers and broken hearts. Even into the teenage years, television is still affecting cognitive performance and learning abilities. Students who watch lots of TV think they can multitask by doing homework and watching a show at the same time. However, this disruption in focus only leads to poor performance on homework. Judith Van Evra of LimitTV.org reports that high school California students who were labeled heavy viewers of TV scored lower on reading, written expression, and math achievement tests than students who watched little or no television. It's no secret that excessive TV viewing contributes to poor grades. TV also continues to interfere with sleep schedules. Sleep is extremely important during the teenage years, and television before bed actually disrupts sleep cycles. Furthermore, teens who watched 3 or more hours of TV per day had a higher risk of sleep problems by early adulthood. These sleep problems affect performance on tests and mental alertness, which can lead to poor grades in school. TV is setting our teens up for a lazy, unsuccessful future. These problems are the least of our worries as we watch our teens grow up and become young adults. They move from high school to college to their first job, all with TV looming in the background. How has TV affected their transition to adulthood? Some of a couple's most important, intimate conversations take place in the bedroom, unless, of course, the television is on instead. TV serves as a barrier between the two people. As suggested by Joshua Becker, the biggest issue with unsuccessful couples is not talking to each other. Marriage requires that both people be thoughtful and interested, and that doesn't happen with the TV on. Talking isn't the only thing that TV interferes with in relationships, though. Becker states it plain and simple. Couples who keep a TV in their bedroom have sex half as often as those who don't. When couples' attention is focused on the show instead of each other, all chance of intimacy is lost. What's on TV when couples watch can negatively affect their relationship as well. Reality TV has taught our people that relationships are all about passion, lies, and drama. However, these are marks of unhealthy relationships. What we see too greatly affects how we decide to conduct our relationships. TV shows just don't do relationships right. Many popular shows portray happy couples as spontaneous, mysterious, and completely obsessed with each other. In real life, this is not necessary or even realistic for a stable, healthy relationship. According to Becker, this can be most detrimental to our relationships when the unrealistic expectations are applied to our own relationships. Soon, what we thought was meant to be isn't good enough, all because it doesn't feel magical and passionate as couples are portrayed in the TV shows. By the time the average person is 65, TV has overtaken their thoughts and time. Statistics show that she has seen over 2 million commercials and spent 9 years of her life glued to the TV. So what are we going to do about this? Just keep flipping through the channels, ignoring the facts that are right under the remote? The truth is, nobody can change this but you. This is where I ask you to change a small part of your lifestyle. Turn the television off. You heard me. The first step is to turn it off. The first step closer to a healthier life and a society free of TV's harmful effects. Don't take this in small increments. According to Andrew Perlow of rawfoodhealth.net, taking it a little bit at a time won't benefit you in any way. Rip the Band-Aid off all at once. Stop watching TV altogether. I know this sounds drastic, but it will help you realize how unhealthy your TV habits were before. Try this. Promise to stop watching TV for 1 month. That's right, 1 month, no TV. And don't cheat. After the month is up, you realize that you have no desire for TV anymore. You will have lost interest in what used to be your favorite show. You will think it's silly to sit in front of the television for hours on end, like you used to. You'll realize how pointless it all is, and throw your TV out for good. After all, with all the negative consequences television brings, why would you want it in your house? So get it out of there. Throw it out. While television may have used to seem useful, interesting, and worthwhile, you will now realize that it further boxes people in to a physical and mental condition that allows it to control us. Television is not going to get any better, according to Jerry Mander, the author of 4 Arguments for the Elimination of Television. He says, it affects the psychology of people who watch. It increases the passivity of people who watch. It changes family relationships. Television creates the false impression of freedom of choice. Not only does TV mess with our minds and relationships, but it also puts an end to individual creativity and thinking. When we get rid of television, we are freeing our minds and being able to think for ourselves again. Imagine what we could do if we weren't glued to the television. We could have time to read to our babies. We would play with our kids. We would play sports with our teens. Our college students would write more argumentative and creative papers. We would succeed in our professional lives. We would learn how to love our significant others again. We would learn how to hold a meaningful conversation. We wouldn't take life for granted. We would have time to read. Perlow challenges us. Picture yourself on your deathbed. Will you want to trade back all of those hours of reality TV for more time with your family and friends? That's what I thought. So get rid of it. Get it out of your house. Perlow promises that you'll be pleased with the life you lead, free of TV. And even if you're not, you've only lost 135 hours of sitcoms. At age 18, we've spent 2.5 years glued to the television. What would you do if you could get those 2.5 years back? I know what I would do. Remember, it's not too late to kick your TV to the curb.
The controllers are ready on vision and sound. The vision and sound are on. The station goes on the air.
A mighty wave of mystic magic rays is all about us in the blue. And in sight and sound they trace living pictures out of space to bring a new wonder to you.
Remember that number of murders a child would see by the time he finishes elementary school? By the time the average teen graduates high school, that number will have quintupled. That number